Hey guys, welcome to F9 TV. I am JayEXL. I'm going to start off with the most recent game I watched because that's the one that's just in my head right now. Arsenal played Wolverhampton Wanderers and they lost 2-1. Now, if you're watching this and you're surprised that they lost 2-1, then you, my friend, know nothing about ball. Because anybody that watches football would have known Wolves were probably going to take all points. Arsenal have lost their last 2 home games. This one makes it 3 home games in a row that they've lost. And Wolves beat Arsenal Jimenez less. And they beat Wolverhampton Jimenez less. And they beat Wolverhampton Jesus. And they beat Wolverhampton without Raul Jimenez. That's literally Wolves' attack is Raul Jimenez. So for him to not be on the pitch and for Wolves to still walk away with all 3 points is generally a credit to them. They set up a 4 at the back, which is completely different to what they do. And we gave them a little bit more of an attacking onus. As for Arsenal, once again, it's same thing every week really with Arsenal, you know. They're still not the best team defensively and they have no bite in attack whatsoever. They did end up scoring a goal from Gabriel from a header. If I can remember, I think it was from a free kick, but don't quote me on that. So they did end up getting a goal, but once again, toothless in attack. Their entire front four just... Willian on the right hand side. If you know me, you know how I feel about that guy. Just bland. Joe Willock, bland. You like Saka, he's alright. Like I don't rate him as high as other Arsenal fans. I don't rate him as high as Arsenal fans do, but he's not like a youth player from my team, innit? So I don't watch him week in and week out like Arsenal fans do in order to determine where his ceiling is. But yeah, good player, whatever. And Aubameyang, he was where he's been all season, not present. You know, the last 2 games now he's played up top, which is what every Arsenal fan has been crying for. And it honestly has not made a single difference to the chances that they're creating and his actual sort of impact on the game playing through the middle as opposed to out wide is honestly changed nothing. He has 2 goals in 9 or 2 goals in 10, something along those lines. He has 1 goal from open play in the league so far, and we're about to enter December. You know what, yeah, we also signed that fucking 300k contract, yeah. He must have just been there like, it's Poco Bands, baby, because he's had to do nothing for that money this season so far. You know what, listen, enjoy your peas, man. You and also probably like they're chuckling away. Enjoy your peas. But yeah, no, it's pretty dire for Arsenal right now. They are 14th in the league with 13 points after 10 games. That's horrendous. That is a horrendous position to be in. When it comes to Mikel, yeah, he's just funny, innit? Now, I'm not here going to tell people, like, Arsenal should, like, fire Mikel and all that other stuff. I do believe in some sort of continuity. I still think you should give him a little bit more time. But at the same time, I don't see how Arsenal are going to change things around. And I don't think they will get any better with him in charge. And I know it's sort of like a contradiction to me saying give him a bit more time, but I just can't see a way that they can change things right now or anytime soon. They got Spurs next, I believe, and if Spurs want to, I'll touch on their game like this week as well, but if Spurs want to, they can put a real smack on Arsenal if they want to. It's just all about if they like really, really want to do so. Because if they did, they can put a real smack on Arsenal. Watching them play Joe Willock as a 10 when you have Mesut Ozil at home, it's just so funny, bro. Alright, so the next game I'm going to touch on is Chelsea versus Spurs. This game finished 0-0. And This game was only a few hours ago, and I genuinely can't remember anything that happened in the game. It was so boring, so dull, man. Like I feel like with Chelsea, yeah, Spurs were there for the taking, and they just didn't optimize on that. Like both teams didn't want to lose the game, and I think it was more beneficial for both of them to walk away with a draw than nobody walking away with any points. I'm happy that there was a draw because it means that Liverpool drawing in the weekend as well. We're still up there. We're still top of the. We're not top of the league anymore, but we still have the same amount of points as the team at the top of the league. We just have less. We just have a worse goal difference than them. So this result was beneficial for me and my club. But overall, this game, I expected more. I wanted more. I felt like this was the game where both teams could have put a real marker down on, yeah, we're here for this title challenge. We mean business. We mean business. I felt like if Spurs definitely won this game and they won it convincingly, it would have been one of them ones. It's like, no, like the City result wasn't a fluke. The points we're getting aren't a fluke. Like we're coming for this league. And new man better all this Spursy talk and how we're bottlers and all of this chirp down because we're here and we want this. And I felt like a result for them could have really stamped down on exactly what their intentions are for the rest of the season. The same with Chelsea. I feel like with Chelsea, they've had a really good run of games where they've been winning and not conceding goals. And I felt like if you come into this game and you win this game as well against Spurs, it's like, no. We're not just flat track bullies, all right? We mean business. All right? We're here to compete and we're here for this title. And I felt like both teams really missed the mark here to like really position themselves to be a challenger for the title. You know, with Liverpool dropping points, it really would have been one of them ones where it's like, all right, we're here. But, you know, nonetheless, the game finished 0-0. Once again, I'm pretty much happy about that. Which brings me on to the Liverpool game that played out on Saturday at midday. That game finished 1-1. Liverpool had 2 goals disallowed. Rightfully, I would say. Some people are saying the Salah one was contentious. I felt like it was pretty offside. Even before they brought the lines, I was like, I can kind of see it was offside, so that's no problem there. We scored Jota. He can't stop scoring right now. Honestly, I think he's comfortably the signing of the season so far. Real helping out with the goals. Like Mane hasn't scored in a few games. Bobby, and you know, Salah's still a goal machine. But it's good to have Jota in there, you know, helping out with the attack as well. Now, in this game, everybody got a little bit upset about the penalty decision towards the end of the game with Danny Welbeck. Personally, obviously, I can see why it was given a penalty. I can see why other people are saying it's a penalty. Personally, for me, I just think it's a soft penalty, but nonetheless, it is a penalty. To me, it's just soft. I feel like I kind of feel like football's a little bit like a non-contact sport these days, man. Like, you really can't do much. And it's not necessarily in context to the Welbeck and Robertson thing, because he does swipe and he misses the ball and he does connect with his man. But it's kind of like along the lines of before them, when Liverpool had their second goal disallowed, the Mane header, it came from a free kick where Ben White gets the ball, but he, after getting the ball, goes through his man and they give the free kick. And we scored from the free kick, and I was kind of relieved the goal got disallowed because it just wasn't a free kick, and I didn't want us to like secure the victory that way, because that's just not football, man. Like there's a beauty in defending and there's a beauty in a good tackle, and you can't just penalise and stuff like that. And I don't like how like sort of trying to take the art away from making really good challenges, because it still is a contact sport at the end of the day. But I was very disappointed with the game nonetheless. I feel like we should have won that game. Not in the sense of Brighton didn't deserve their goal. We should have done more to make sure that we won that game. Like, I feel like we were very, we were very lax, especially in the first half. Oh my God, we were dreadful, man. We were so bad in the first half. Honestly, our bench players are just frustrating at this point, especially in attack. I can't with Minamino anymore. The guy, I don't know what it is that he does well. He's not. He needs to go to the gym because he's not strong enough for this league. This guy gets barged off the ball constantly. Always has a bad touch. His shot power is like a 66. I don't know what the kid does well, and I want him to succeed at Liverpool, but I just don't think he's good enough. And it's like, and when he starts games, he's not providing us anything at all. And I think we blew away points in this game when we took off Mo Salah. And I'm glad he was upset at being taken off because he was actually causing danger in that Brighton back line. And we took him off at like the 58th or 60th minute mark, something along those lines. We took him off. And my whole thing was, I understand you want to take him off. We've had loads of injuries. You want to preserve him. We have an important Champions League game. But like, go for the second goal. Go for the second goal and then take him off. If you want to rest people, I don't know, take Bobby off. Take Minamino off because they were providing absolutely nothing. To take Salah off after only being up 1-0, to me it was the wrong call. I felt like we could have just keep him on the pitch, let him get, like, I feel like he could have got another goal, or he could have got a goal. The first goal that he got was disallowed. So he could have got a goal to win us that game. And for him to be dragged off at that mark, and I feel like we lost all of our attacking endeavour. Now, I know we brought in Sadio Mane, but I still feel like we lost sort of the intent to get in behind Brighton's back line in order to cause them some sense of panic. So I feel like that game was lost to that mark when we took Salah off, definitely. Man United play Southampton today. Southampton, you ruined my Sunday. I woke up, tuned in on this game. Boom, Southampton 1-0. Boom, Southampton 2-0. I'm like, what a Sunday. This is going to be so great. But I get to talk shit about Bruno. I get to talk shit about Ole. I can't wait. I'm going to start a fucking Cavani agenda. Like, Greenwood. All I'm going to chat shit about everybody. Second half comes. Ole brings on Cavani. Next thing you know is Bruno makes it 2-1. Cavani makes it 2-2. And then in the 91st minute, Cavani makes it 3-2. Listen, props to those guys. Bruno, you've won. I'm going to give it to you. You have won this battle between the two of us. You are a stat line machine. I can't defeat you, bro. The goals, the assists, every single week, getting United out of trouble. Honestly, I think they've won 4 or 3 away games now after trailing. They're like the first team to ever do that or something along those lines. You know what? As much shit as I talk about Bruno, he is actually coming very clutch for the club, which is exactly what you need from a talisman. Something a certain Lebil was meant to be. I think Bruno, even though he's not aesthetically as pleasing as you'd like him to be, he's effective. He's effective, and really that is all that matters, how effective he truly is. And Cavani showing a certain number 9 at the club, how to actually play as a number 9. The movements for his goals were, they were beautiful. Like, even I couldn't hate. Like, man was just diving at the header or shots just to get it in. It was great. It was great today. He came on. He made a real difference for Man United. And yeah, all these inconsistent Reds keep marching on. So we'll see how they do. Finally, Man City won. Man City won. They beat Burnley 5-0. Like, there's nothing to say about that game, but they won. I'm telling you guys, yeah, I have never seen Burnley win a game. I've never seen Burnley win a game, but somehow they always finish in the top half of the season. Bro, I think this is what, like the second or third time they've conceded 5 to City, something along those like Riyad Mahrez is scoring hat-tricks. Like, I've never seen Burnley win a game, but they're always in the league. I don't understand. It must be white privilege. Honestly, it must be. So yeah, that's it for this week's game week recap. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, all of that other jazz stuff along those lines, and I'll catch you lot for the game week recap next week. Bless up.